It's almost 8:30. I am on a time restriction. Give me a second. Oh shit. Hey. Hold on. You guys need to share. Hi, you guys. Happy Friday. Happy Venus Day. Again, I had to get the live started. Today is the first day of Mercury retrograde, although this all signs is covering Saturn retrograde. Hold on. It's Friday, July 18th, 2025. I hope all is well. Happy Mercury retrograde. It officially begins today. I was going to cover Mercury retrograde tomorrow, but I need to sleep in and I need to get my hair done and I need to get my nails done, okay? So what I am thinking, and I'm going to double check with Spirit, I might show up, but as of now, today we're going to cover Saturn retrograde. On Monday, we're going to cover Mercury retrograde. On Tuesday, we will cover the Leo new moon, which is also highlighting Leo season. And then, yeah, 222. Thank you, Spirit. And then on Wednesday, we're going to cover some updates. That's it. As far as what I got going on, what we got going on. I do need to communicate with you guys more. You know, it's like we play, but it's mostly work with YouTube. And this is a growing family of mine. So I need to tap in. And I'm going to tap in. Without further ado, again, this all signs is covering Saturn retrograde in Aries. This transit started on July 13th. It started this past Sunday. And it lasts until November 27th. Is that Thanksgiving? Hey, are you okay? They are bullying each other. That is Thanksgiving Day. So it's very interesting. That's divine within itself. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So Saturn is the Lord of karma. Okay. You know, most people connect Libra energy with justice and karma, but Saturn energy is heavily connected to that as well. 3, 3, 3 on the timer. Have my notes. We still need to pray. Let's burn this sage. Okay, so just to get into Saturn energy in general, Saturn is the father of the zodiac, the sister sign of Cancer. Saturn is the disciplinary of the zodiac. Saturn represents structure, responsibility. Again, the father lessons karma, maturity, justice, and as I mentioned, Saturn is the lord of karma, so Saturn is the judge. Now, for the all signs that I've been doing this week since Tuesday, today is Friday, we have had a 12-minute limit, although I've gone over. I didn't want to burn this one, but oh well. However, in connecting with the energy of Saturn, every sign has a 9-minute limit. Now, Aries and Taurus will get a little bit of grace because yesterday I was on a pressure cooker with time because I had to go to work. And we're starting, because we went Pisces through Aries yesterday, we're going Aries through Pisces today. For Mercury retrograde, we'll be going Pisces through Aries, which is divine because it's a retrograde. Okay, I hear renegade. But I do, just as a preview, to take nothing away from Saturn retrograde in Aries, but Mercury retrograde is all about creative solutions, okay? for this current transit. Yes, 8:33. All right, let's pray. Thank you, God, for this day. It is Friday. My birthday is next Saturday, so it's time. All right. God, divine source, angels, ancestors, guides, universe. Thank you for allowing me to guide all 12 signs on this Saturn retrograde in Aries transit that started on July 13th, that is lasting until November 27th. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to the collective on what to expect with this particular transit. God, thank you for each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Gratitude. Ashe. 555. When we finish the prayer, it's a lot of synchronicities. Okay. Now, with this particular transit, with Saturn retrograde in Aries, it is highlighting values, structures, discipline, goals, commitments, responsibility. Also, where you are being resistant in life is being highlighted at this time as well. Okay? Okay. Without further ado, let's get into Aries. Aries, you may want to reflect back to June 26th. Your timer starts at 6:26. We'll see if that aligns after this video post, but yeah. 26 is very karmic as well. So yeah, tap in. Let me get the timer started. I want to dance. Okay. Sorry. So Saturn retrograde in Aries, as I have mentioned, you got a lot of shit going on in your sign. As far as these retrogrades as far as these retrogrades, Saturn, I feel like you've been restricted in some. There's a part of yourself that's been restricted for a very long time, and that with that energy, I want to dance. Like Saturn is bringing more life to you, okay, more fun into your environment. Saturn is saying that life doesn't have to be so hard. Like truly, it doesn't have to be this difficult, and you are also in control of your karma. For a lot of you, Saturn is highlighting how you may think, God is punishing you, the world is punishing you, the universe is punishing you, but it's really you punishing you. I feel like Saturn is highlighting where you struggle with self-forgiveness and giving grace to yourself. I feel like, yeah, you're very difficult on yourself. Some of you could have grown up in a strict environment. Yeah, Page of Cups. There's life. Saturn is bringing you life, babe. But you could have grew up in a strict household. For some, I'm getting specifically a demeaning household. Your parents or whoever you were raised by could have been very demeaning towards you. But Saturn retrograded Aries for Aries. What's going on? Oh, see? So this deck is one of the very first decks I was ever gifted. And I was gifted a lot of decks before I bought my own deck. So this deck is very sacred to me. But your first card is the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Star in reverse on the bottom. So yeah, you're also, it's like, you know how to give to others, but you struggle with giving to yourself. Yes, the Queen of Pentacles. And underneath her was the Five of Cups. You know how to give to others. You see how the coin is outside of her. But when it comes to self, you struggle to give to yourself. And Spirit is Aries. Oh. But it's like, everything that you put out in the world, and this is a reflection of the good, is coming back to you. Now, I do feel like the start of this is a bit rough, okay? But again, the last day of this particular transit is on Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving itself, the true meaning of it, respect, but I'm not, that's not the focus. The focus is the energy of Thanksgiving, the energy of gratitude, the energy of appreciation, the energy of, I have something to smile about, I have something to look forward to. I have people that somebody gives a fuck, okay? And I feel like Saturn is showing you that if no one gives a fuck, Saturn gives a fuck. Yeah, Eight of Cups. There's some things being returned to you throughout this transit as well. Money that you could have lost could be returned to you throughout this transit. It's giving financial karmic reimbursement. But the Ace of Wands. So I do also feel like I'm getting inheritance, but it more so feels very spiritual because you have a lot of cups here. You also have the Ace of Wands. So things are going to shift before the end of summer. The Ace of Wands in reverse is giving me the end of summer solstice before we shift into autumn. But I do feel like there's something you're being asked to go back to. This Ace of Wands, Saturn is redirecting you back to whatever this 10 of Pentacles was that you were creating. It's 10:44 in the timer. But yeah, you're being redirected throughout this transit back to something that you had begun to create. You had began to manifest. But this Five of Cups is giving frustration, sadness, and not completely like throwing away the craft and the gift, but just it's like you're whatever you've shelved, because I'm seeing like bookshelves, but yeah, whatever you shelved, whatever knowledge you were inspiring to gain. This could be, let's just say you wanted to pursue a certain path, but you felt like it's like your pursuit to happiness is being highlighted. That pursuit to that path was a struggle, and it frustrated you, and it more so didn't make you feel good, which is why you put it to the side. But no, when you weren't supposed to give up when the going got tough, but I feel like life ended up lifing too, in a sense for you. And Page of Swords, and now it's like it's coming back into your frequency to be highlighted and revisited. Okay. Okay. Saturn retrograde in Aries for Aries, please. So you have creation, partner, sex, magic. Saturn, throughout this transit, some of you could be, if you're masculine energy, you could not feel, it's not like your sexual energy is dormant, but it's like instead of like getting the nut off, it's like you would rather create. But no, you could be practicing semen retention, abstinence. But when it comes to, I hear involvement with others, that's to a bare minimum throughout this transit. But then you have solitude in reverse. So a lot of you, what is this? Hold on, because this is such a contradiction. You have creation partnered in reverse and then solitude in reverse. Creation partnered in reverse would be solo. Solitude in reverse would be creation partnered. But they're both reversed. Also, solitude is highlighted. I hear holla, holla, highlighted by Anchorita. And Anchorita, it's giving like, being anchored to something, being grounded to something. For some of you, if you've been trying to detach, if you've been trying to detach from a certain sexual energy, that could be happening. But this is, what is this? You have witch, metaverse in reverse. Yeah, seduction in reverse. Help me understand. Okay, so I think I'm understanding now. Anything else? Yeah, I'm understanding joy and light. Okay. So be very mindful throughout this transit. I'm going to cover if you are connected as well as if you are single. So if you are connected to someone, there could be a breakup on the horizon. If you are single, you could be connecting with someone, and be very mindful of being gaslit throughout this situation, because someone, it's like they're approaching you with the intent to court, but the true intent is just to fuck. Okay. Be very mindful of that. Someone, your sexual energy is very high, which means your creative flow is very high, which also means you have the ability to make a lot of money throughout this transit with that Pentacle energy that you started with. And with which metaverse, someone has the ability to energetically fuck up the frequency of the program. Okay. Now, if you are connected, pay attention to the tension and the friction that comes up throughout this time. Also, pay attention to the sexual disconnect. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 on the timer when I looked up. So one thing is leading to another, and I feel like you have foresight before shit really breaks down. So pay attention to that, because you have seduction in reverse as well. Again, something and energy has the ability to fuck up the frequency, all right? And it also has the ability, it's like all of that heightened energy that you have, they literally just suck it out of you, okay? With glam in reverse, all right? And then you're followed by joy and light. Also pay attention to the energies that you feel drained around, okay? That is a telltale sign of who needs to be eliminated. And then with bliss in reverse, again, you are in control of how this plays out, but who you interact with, whether platonic or romantic, okay? Solitude in reverse will represent platonic. I'm sorry, creation partnered in reverse will represent platonic. Solitude in reverse would represent romantic, in a sense, but it could be either or, but both you need to be aware of. Yeah, autonomy, stand in your power, okay? You are a chief right now. You got a lot of people around you that are fucking Indians at this time. 844. I hear listen to spirit, listen to the angels. Revolution in reverse. So certain things aren't going to be, will not be a complete 180. That's just being realistic, okay? And Saturn is a realistic planet, okay? However, you are definitely building. I'm seeing something increase. Yeah, now bliss is upright. And then you have loyalty. So going back to the beginning, and it's like, you know, knowing how to take care of everyone else, but not truly knowing how to take care of yourself. I feel like there's going to be this transition. Instead of looking for people to take care of you, you're really looking to spirit to take care of you. And unconsciously, a lot of people speak of that, but it's another thing to actually live in that energy. And once you start to live in that energy, you're going to see a revolution in your own personal life, and you're going to see a lot of loyalty and bliss as a result of that, okay? So yeah, with cloud meditation, look up to the skies. Spirit got you. All right. All right, we're going to end with the overall themes of this transit. Being graceful with you, because I had you on a time restriction yesterday. My birthday was just on the timer. Can you clarify the overall theme or themes for Aries without this side throughout? I hear without. Whatever you are without, you're not going to be without. Yeah, potential. Something is building. Courage. And whatever is building is a reflection on your courage. So if you've been on some scared to take risks, what you're building would be, I hear, mediocre. If you've been risky with your risk, okay, the reward will be fruitful, is what I'm getting. All right, overall theme for Aries placements with Saturn retrograde in Aries. Purity. A brand new slate, a clean slate, a new beginning. Winter, I don't know, winter solstice, which doesn't start until Capricorn season. Thanksgiving is still an autumn solstice, but you're being prepared. Like, I don't know, something is being wiped clean. Purity is just being wiped clean. Also, you're purifying your spirit at this time. You're loving on yourself at this time, and a lot of love is being reflected back to you at this time. Truth on the bottom. Final theme for Aries. You have action in reverse. So where you have been overworked or where you have been, I hear mass producing, that energy is about to balance out, okay? I feel I'm getting the strong current is about to become calm. Yeah, and standstill is in reverse with freedom on the bottom. That's what you want. So yeah, you may feel very like energetically in a tug of war, especially because so many major planets are in your sign at this time doing their thing. But as long as you maintain the courage and the strength to persevere through any adversity and it's very important for you to look up and look high. All will be well. You'll be very proud too. But again, if no one else has you, Aries, Saturn has you. Okay, love you. I'll see you within the next 3 days. Okay, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Happy Friday. All right, let's see what Saturn retrograde in Aries has going on for you. Now I see the Ten of Cups. Saturn retrograde in Aries for Taurus. There's some type of light being restored for you. Yeah, you see how the light is ahead of her? Oh, the Ace of Cups fell into my lap. So something is coming in unexpectedly. Again, there's some type of light about to be restored. That's a theme. Birds are a theme too. We have the white dove in this Ace of Cups. And in this Three of Wands, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 crows. Let's start the timer, which we're doing 9 minutes. So anywho, moving on. Also, for some of you Taurus placements, there was something you used to do by water, okay? Whether this was give offerings, just go and sit, relax, meditate. It was something you used to do by water that you stopped doing that used to be really healing to you. This Ace of Cups is giving the energy of release, you know, give it back to the earth, give it back to the water. You've gotten away, but I feel like the way these birds are above her crown, you're being redirected to that. I don't know, I'm getting the water spirits miss you. I don't know what that's about. Taurus placement, Saturn retrograde in Aries. I'm hot. Seven of Swords. Four of Wands. Hold on. Okay. So there's something going on with the home situation throughout this transit. You have the Seven of Swords with the Four of Wands in reverse. Doves are heavy, but yeah, there's something going on within or around a home situation. But it's also giving, with this Seven of Swords, you see, it's not about the energy of deception. 22 on the timer. It's not about the energy of deception with this card. This is giving me like a secret place, okay? And with the Four of Wands, it could be like, I don't know, under your home, around your home, but it's definitely giving like a secret place, like discovering a secret place, but it's sacred. And the Seven of Wands is like, you know, not telling anyone about it, keeping it to yourself, okay? And your people love to run to social media, but you're not. I don't know. But yeah, it's giving something. It's like a part of your home that you're unaware of. You could be moving, or it's like you're just, you know, out and about and then you discover. But with the Four of Wands, it's something about underneath your home as well. That's a part of it. But then let's just see what else comes out, okay? Some of you could be uprooted from a home due to information you were not aware of. Be mindful of who you move into your home. But then you have the Five of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Swords. So yeah, it's more so giving, being drawn to a secret place. Like, I don't know, they're just giving it to me as a secret place. Like, you may think that's, and what the secret is sacred. And I believe you had a reading called, Is This Secret Safe With You? I think it was you. But you have the Eight of Wands here as well. You see these damn birds? Okay, the birds with her. So pay attention to the birds. The birds are definitely spirit guides for you, but it's the types that are more significant, that are most significant. What is this? There's a lot of positivity. However, some other shit going on too. Some of you could be, I don't know if this is like detaching from family, because the Four of Wands is giving family too. You know, it could also represent cohabitation. But you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. I don't know if someone's getting cut off. I don't know if someone's like sneaking away from you. I don't know what this is. with the Five of Swords, you're being asked to stand your ground with something. It has to do with adversity. Okay, so throughout this transit, thank you, Spirit. Throughout this transit, you're being asked to make a lot of head over heart decisions, especially with the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands being in reverse, because this would represent matters of the heart, especially it being upright. But with the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords, there's a need to remain mentally strong, especially when it comes to the weaknesses of your heart as well. Also, some of you, I'm not a doctor, but take care of your heart. Drink beet juice. Beet juice is really good for the heart. I love beet juice. But there's also heart healing coming into play. But some of you like to go back to what broke your heart, and that you're being asked to completely leave empty with the Five of Cups being reversed. Focus on self-healing, and that's going to assist you in moving forward. But you like to go back to something, or you like to, if it's not like physically going back or entertaining someone from the past, you talk about the past a lot. Like something needs to be left in the past, at least for right now. If you feel like something still needs to be expressed, maybe write a book, okay? But it's like outside of that, let it go. Anything else? Yeah, I didn't even see this. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. That's how you move forward. Anything else? All right. You have the Magician. So that's how you get what you want, Taurus. Anything else? You're meditating more, or just finding time for yourself. You're changing from the inside out. I hear the song Inside Out. The World in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. There's, yeah, the Sun. You don't, how do I say this? You feel like there's something fulfilling in your past that's a part of your past. It's not a part of your present reality. It's not active in your present reality, but something from the past with the World in reverse. It's like you feel, I don't know, do you feel like you need to address something before it can be let go? Split the deck to Justice, maybe so. What do you want to tell them? The Devil. It's not healthy, it's not toxic, and it's like the healing. And this is Saturn energy. The Devil is Capricorn Saturn, and this is the Saturn retrograde reading. So I feel like Saturn's restricting you from doing this, and I feel like due to the restrictions, yeah, Nine of Cups, you feel like you're very defensive against it. It's like, I'm going to push through. I need to do this. It's kind of like the energy of something you think is for you is everything but that. Anything else? I just keep hearing let it go, let it go. Because this energy 8-8 is truly restricting you, okay? You're caught in a loop. This feels karmic, it feels spiritual, feels energetic, and you choosing to not go back and standing firm. Like I'm seeing the Ace of Swords in my mind's eye on that decision. What is this peeking out? Judgment, energy of a dove. It's like something is not going to get better. Especially if you've been trying. Yeah, Nine of Wands, and it's like, damn, it's not going to get better. And then you have the Ten of Wands in reverse. We go back to the 9, still waiting. It's like you're going to be forever waiting. And then you going the extra mile to do whatever. You're going to end up having to heal some more. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Now we have the two of Wands. Just follow spirit, okay? It's like whatever this attachment is that you are so concerned about revisiting has the ability to have you reincarnated, okay? That's not what we want to do. At least not me, honey. Woo! Taurus. Timer's about to go off, but I'm giving you an Aries grace because we were on a time restriction yesterday. Taurus. I see family. This could have to do with family. joy and light. So, you know, there's we have two different bloodline. There's a movie and a show, okay? And it was very interesting because when Final Destination Bloodlines, when the previews were out before it was actually released, I was really like enticed on watching that, okay? But then when it came out, I didn't give a fuck about watching it. And then I think it's on Netflix, Hulu, I don't know if it's on Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, I don't know. I've been a little everywhere on my Roku. But there's a show called Bloodlines. And when I saw that show, this was like a week and a half ago, like it was like that excitement that I had for Final Destination Bloodlines to watch, I had for that. And honey, I just started watching the first episode and it was so, this shit was crazy. Yeah, you have Beyond here enjoying like the inner child. So this is, you know how like back in the day, like we had our cousins, we had that family connection, and it was like, you know, if you were a part of that, you were a part of that. It was like, you know, I hear thick as thieves, but now things aren't the same, especially since 2020. I feel like you're trying to revive a dream that's not meant to be revived. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, freedom. Just let it go and create your own versus trying to revive something else. All right, so you have joy and light, freedom, transformation, silicon, crystal technology in reverse, baby, ego death, and then initiation in reverse. And then you have gratitude rampage. It's already happened. And again, this transit ends on Thanksgiving. So the more that you choose happiness, the more that you choose to vibrate in that energy, think in that energy, live in that energy, the more that your life transforms before your very eyes. Like this is like some day by day, week by week, month by month type of energy. Now with crystal technology in reverse and ego death with initiation, you have, spirit has been asking you to do something, Taurus, and you have not been doing it. Whatever you haven't been doing with initiation in reverse, it's, as I mentioned before I started getting into these all signs, this retrograde is highlighting where we are resistant in life. So there is an ego death coming. There is a humbling moment coming when it comes to you just taking that step. There's also, because this ego death is two people versus one. So it's not just you. Be mindful of the pain that you choose to share with people at this time. Like when I say share with people, like it's like, you know, taking on that energy, trying to figure out how to help them. Really, all of these cards to the left are saying help your motherfucking self, okay? And all these cards to the right is saying, you know, the more that you try to take on the energies of others in areas where they refuse to help themselves, the more that you will get hurt. And you will be hurt worse than them because you've actually done the work. It hits different when you know better and you're doing better, and then you make a conscious choice to, it's like, you know, no one too much grace is too much grace, Taurus. Your Venus energy, so you have the ability to give too much grace, to the point where you allow people to use and abuse and fuck you over. So be mindful of that. Saturn's going to show you who is doing this. It doesn't have to be financially. It doesn't have to be mentally. It could just be fucking energetically. Pay attention to who falls away at this time. There's restrictions that you don't see. All right. All right. All right, let's get the final theme. New beginnings. Final themes for Taurus throughout this Saturn retrograde and Aries transits. Protection. Okay. You are divinely protected. Are you struggling with financial insecurity? Because you have protection upright, but then you have abundance in reverse, which is a reflection of financial security. Some of you don't. You're struggling with financial. I mean, your second house, so it makes sense. Yeah, but look, security. I'm getting with this energy, the world is truly your oyster, but yeah, trust in reverse, you don't trust that energy. And release in reverse. Maybe that's what you're having an ego death with. I don't know. It could be it's financial. So it's like, okay, you are the ruler of the second house. The second house does represent our money. So if you, and your Empress energy, okay? You and Libra. So that Venus energy. So you could, when it comes to financial insecurities, it's like instead of being the master of the second house, you're like, I hear the weakest link. Goodbye. Damn. Isn't that Judge Judy? Judgment. So, and Saturn is a judge. So it's kind of like the more that you think the more that you think you're weak in that area, okay? And people that love to talk about money are usually weak in that area, I've noticed, okay? Just in my own anecdotal experiences, okay? But anywho, that's neither here nor there. You are learning how to become a master of your own energy, which is a second house energy, in order for you to truly have that. I don't know. I feel like you desire to be in a certain tax bracket, but you have to master the second house first. Yeah, the light on the bottom. I hope that makes sense. Okay. The birds are confirming, but yeah. But you're good. At the end of the day, you're good. But it's like what you think is what you attract as well. And at this time, I do feel like, in a way, spirit is kind of like trying to protect you from your own thoughts, because you really do attack yourself. You attack your abundance. You attack your blessings. You attack your own fucking protection. But that's being dealt with, okay? Okay, I love you. God bless you. All right. Gemini. Now we gotta focus on this 9 minutes, okay? Okay. Hi, Gemini. Okay, happy Venus Day. Let's see what Saturn retrograde in Aries is doing for you. I keep wanting to say cook enough for you. Maybe somebody in the kitchen. I feel like you're becoming, don't take this in a disrespectful way, but like a homemaker. I don't know. I just feel like some people will be offended by a homemaker, but in this day and time. Yeah, the Ace of Swords, but no. You're becoming like, I don't know how to say it another way. That was weird. Okay, I'll take this since I see it. You have Six of Wands. Queen of Cups. I don't know if you want to be somebody's home, energetically speaking, or someone wants to be your home, energetically speaking. But the energy of home, cooking and shit like that. Making a house a home. Ooh, okay. Yeah, making a house a home is a theme as well. Being resourceful is a theme. Nine of Swords. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you've been, I don't know if you've been struggling to get over something, overcome something. Feels very emotional, very painful. It's sad. Nightmare type of energy. I don't know. That's the Hera. Oh, okay. So you have, who is this? Gemini? What's your opposite? Sag? You have this. Okay, first let me address. You have 6-9 here, but I don't like it. Okay. You have Six of Wands. You have Nine of Swords. I don't like this. Okay, I really don't like it. With the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles in reverse, this is being, you are emotionally connected to money. So it's like, you know, when your bank accounts are positive and you got a little to spend, you're happy. When your bank account is negative, you're trying to figure out how to get by until the next form of income comes in. Honey, people have to walk on eggshells around you type of energy, right? So it's like you experience these extreme highs and lows with finances. And with the King of Pentacles, this is also a reflection of struggling to save as well, emotionally spending as well. And then it's like reflecting on your own actions and decision making and having the nerve to be mad with the world. All right, look, the world. Okay, that was funny. So, and then you have the Empress, and honey, she landed face down, okay, face down, ass up. Mm, mm. I don't know how to take that. With the King of Pentacles in reverse. You're suffering in silence too about something. You show one thing to the world, but there's another thing happening behind the scenes. Yeah, Eight of Swords in reverse. And the Devil in reverse. All right, what else for, who is this? Gemini? I'm gonna start the timer. It's 9:09 on the 18th, which is a 9. So you could be saying 999. Hold on. Okay. Gemini. Two of Wands. Okay, so throughout this transit, Gemini, a lot of you, again, that home energy is a theme. You could feel restricted. You're really having to make a choice between priorities. I don't even think it's a choice with priorities and what else I was about to say. I think you're having to choose what your priorities are. That's a better way to say it. Because a lot of you, it's like you filled your emotional cup before you take care of business. And I said that I hear that's ass backwards. But it is. It is. And baby, I'm not judging you because I started that way. But now I don't play unless all my bills are paid. So it's just I had to change my priorities, okay? And I got tired of living the same fucking cycle. So yeah, it's very hard to get from paycheck to get out of paycheck to paycheck, honey. It's the struggle, but with the willpower, the determination and sacrifice, it's a possibility. Okay, it's a possibility to go from the King of Pentacles in reverse to the Empress, but it does take time, especially when you're paying past debts. A lot of people like to run away from their debts. Ace of Cups, okay? But when you pay those dues, okay, you are rewarded for that. You'll start to see a return on your investment somehow, some way. If you treat money like a god, you will lose something of value that is financial, okay? If you feel like you are unable to live your life based on the structure of the world, there's a reckoning coming to that. I don't know. They're showing me, I'm seeing the word money and then I'm seeing the word character. And that shouldn't define who you are. It shouldn't define your character. Who you are with it and who you are without it should not change based on money. But some of you, you change with money. I feel like where people may have tried to highlight this to you, you rejected. But it's okay. Because Saturn is going to iterate it. Yeah, three of Pentacles in the house, in the home, okay? And Page of Wands, you're starting over. You're having to start over. build. But it's all about priorities. Yeah, split the deck to confirmation. All right, what else for Gemini throughout this Saturn retrograde Aries transit? Protection, Oya. So you could, Oya represents storms. She also represents the number 9. We're in a 9 year. You could definitely be on some type of emotional roller coaster, whether you're expressing this or not. You're not too happy at this time. For some of you, it could feel like your world is falling down, but honestly, the world that is falling down for you was never stable to begin with. Respectfully, yeah, balance, wizard, starting over, fresh. I hear pressed by Cardi. It could be a lot of people in your business. So you have wizard, balance, great diviner. Yeah. I love that. Because great diviner is, it's like the outside world doesn't define who I am. I am who I am. I am whatever I say I am. I hear that. But yeah. You have balance. Damn, with whatever is out of balance is being rebalanced, okay? You have wizard balance and then you have balance chaos. Okay? So there are two major areas of your life that are being rebalanced, and I feel like this is home and money. And matters of the heart as well. Yeah, you have stability in reverse with unconditional love. So are you the type of person, if someone doesn't take care of you, you feel like it's trying to think about what I say before I say it. But yeah, it's like if someone isn't financially taking care of you, you feel like they don't love you. I don't know. That for me, that shit is fucking weird. But for a lot of women, it's not, you know? I don't know. I take care of my motherfucking self, okay? No one, yeah. Anywho, anchoring to solitude, accountability. It's in reverse. I flipped it up right, though. You also have seduction. So literally, if you are looking for someone to save you, for someone else to take care of you, you got to do it yourself, okay? And with the Leo energy in this accountability card, it's like you can't run away from this. Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is light. So in this, Saturn is highlighting this. You can't run away from this. You're going to have to take accountability for wherever you are in life and own that shit. And then after you take accountability and own it, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to use it as an excuse and just not change anything and just continue the instability that you have? Or are you going to release the desires that have you stuck and really get to work? You are on a specific path right now, Gemini placements, and it's like things are being stripped away for you to come into balance. Some of you could definitely be going through your Saturn return. You don't have to be, but it kind of feels like it. Most of us experience 2 Saturn returns in our lifetime. I think 20s and 40s, late 20s, late 40s, I think. You gotta fact check me. All right, final themes for Gemini. You have power, but this is a storm. And then you had Oya protection. So you do have every ability to come out on the other side, but it's up to you. Damn, security in reverse and gateway. I don't want to say that. Okay, I'm going to say this. Okay. So security in reverse is giving me someone's energy is not protected. Okay? Especially next to power, it's just Someone is not protected. Someone is about to, someone literally could be getting hit by a lightning strike. I hope not. But someone's not, it's like they're not spiritually protected. I almost said spiritually connected, but protected. With gateway, it's like, I don't know if people are running away from you or vice versa, but someone realizes that someone is, it's like energetically you're dangerous, and energetically it's like, you know, fucking with you, I could really lose my life out here, you know? I don't know what this is about, but again, whatever is in balance isn't safe. Whatever is chaotic, it's being removed. I just want one more, please. One more for Gemini. Trust. They gave me 2 in new beginnings. So what I hear, whatever you're in, it's not the end all be all. But you have to not only speak it, you have to truly want it and take action every day, or however you need to take action in order to achieve it. You do have gateway here, but you have to move forward with something. And for some of you, it's an environment. For some of you, it's people. For I don't know who it is, but you'll see. Especially those people, it's like, honey, something bad is always happening. Those are unprotected people. Okay? Release. Love you. All right. Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Happy Friday. Let's see what's happening for you throughout the Saturn retrograde and Aries transits. That was the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands, but hold on. Let me reset the deck. Who is this? Cancer. Cancer, you got your head down. But no, I love this actually. You have the 8 of Pentacles upright with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You are building something. For some of you, it's a brand. For some of you, it's a name. For some of you, you're actually, if you have not accommodated to a specific like daily routine, you are you're adapting to a daily routine throughout this transit. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. I'm also getting you're learning how to master time. You're learning how to master the 24 hours in a day. For some, my left ear, it's a lot of people talking about you and to you. More so about you, because the way my left ear is burning right now, somebody is talking. Damn, talking. Who is fucking talking? It's a feminine energy because it's my left ear. Or maybe someone just talks too fucking much. It could be air energy because the 4 of Wands is in reverse. The opposite of fire is air. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, we have the 7 of Swords. Definitely air energy. Okay. So that's the air sign. Talking. It's about what you got going on, though. What you're building. This is all about building. Page of Pentacles. You're mastering something, too, that you're building. You're getting, it's like, you know how, like, when you get to the beach and then you walk on the sand, and then it's like, I don't know, I'm seeing feet become buried in the sand, but getting, like, cozy within it. I don't know. But it's like you're getting, because sand is not cement, but you're becoming grounded in something that you're building, which is a representation of something that you're building and stabilizing. I hope that makes sense. Okay. 7 of Cups. So let me tell you, okay, outside of building, you are making, I hear a lot of final decisions. You're making a lot of judgment calls throughout this transit. You're eliminating a lot of confusion, okay? Truly. I do feel like this transit, I mean, Saturn is your opposite, but you're changing. Feels like a lot of you, you're growing up, you're maturing. Even if you are already mature, you're becoming more mature, you're becoming wiser. It's like you're becoming an elder. The devil in reverse, honey, if it's toxic, it gotta go. If it's unhealthy, it gotta go. If it has you questioning, first of all, if you are hold on, because the devil is earth energy as well, but it's in reverse. Some of you could be going, because the King of Swords is standing on its own. So something that you're building that has your name on it, it could definitely become a lucrative source of income for you throughout this transit, slowly but surely. But for others of you, it's giving, I hear Meek Mill, I'm a boss, I call the shots. Yeah, that energy. Cancer. Yeah, and Queen of Cups, your energy. You're definitely going to be fulfilled by the end of this transit, which the last day, this transit ends on Thanksgiving. So this Thanksgiving, you will be in Thanksgiving, okay? I feel like your faith is growing stronger too. You're also learning how to trust your emotions versus deflect your emotions. Yeah, strength. If you've been very, like, I hear irate, you're about to be calm. I don't know. There's just a major shift happening for you. Yeah. A lot of you are taking your power back throughout this time, too. All right, Cancer, Saturn retrograde in Aries. My nose is itchy. Nancy, the Ace of Pentacles. There's a gate opening, you see? Some of you could be moving into a gated community. The Hermits. Damn, the High Priestess. And the Two of Swords. You are, your gifts are growing. Your gifts are expanding. You're very tapped in at this time. It's like you're, I'm seeing like this High Priestess and Hermit is giving like interning with Spirit, interning with God. Okay? Not the archangels, not the gods and goddesses, divine source. You're literally source, you're interning with source. Ace of Cups. But yeah, spiritually you're growing. You're becoming very wise. You're a great teacher at this time as well. Trust your intuition. It is on point throughout this transit. Seven of Cups in reverse. Again, Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're walking away from a lot throughout this year, throughout this 9-year. I don't feel like it's going to stop when this transit shifts. I feel like this is going to play out until next year, until 2026. At least all throughout winter. Solstice. But you're definitely taking your power back with the Magician in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Nine of Cups. There's also this, it's like an innocence about you too. Like it's giving like the energy of baptism, like being baptized, just being cleansed, just all of that shit just washing away. Yeah, let's move on. Cancer, Saturn retrograde in Aries for Cancer, please. What's going on? It's a lot of healing. Hold on, I need to ring the bell. That Gemini energy is strong and still lingering. All right, moving on. Saturn retrograde in Aries for Cancer. Some of you could be choosing to go sober in regards to something. don't know, there's something about addictions. Thanks. Who is this? Cancer, Saturn retrograde in Aries. So you have Iku, transformation, and reverse. You have future love letter, I love you. I don't think you, I don't think you're realizing a transformation, a specific transformation that you've undergone. So it's been a while, but there was a time, I started this in 2019 or 2020, but I would write a future love letter to myself. I would write a letter to myself and open it a year later on that date, and then write another letter, open it. I stopped doing it, but I was doing it, and this card reminds me of that. But when I would open it a year later, like, it would, honey, a lot would change. Okay, some things would have manifested, other things that I was focused on manifesting ended up falling apart. And usually this would be with people. But I do feel like there's something, I don't know if this is something you journal, if this is something that if you know, some of you collect and store your own vision boards. I see that for some. But with glamour energy, glam, like if you were to see the transformation that has happened and is happening and will happen, yeah, trust in reverse, then it's like you would be very pleased, okay? You would be very happy, comfortable, settled in that energy. It would also be a boost to your confidence. But there's something that I hear you better recognize, but yeah, there's something you're not recognizing. Oh yeah, energy is very heavy with this transit too. She wanted to come out, she came out. But yeah, or just how protected that you are. But I do feel like there's going to be a major moment of reflection throughout this transit for you to open your eyes and see. Yeah. Karma upright. This is good karma, honey. And creation solo. If you've been on the path of the hermit, because you did have the hermit and the high priestess, I feel like there's an initiation that's ending for you to step into a new beginning. Yeah, things are about to get lighter with all of that pink. I just feel like more love is coming to you. But ego death, you know. I said ego death, you know. But with ego death being with karma, I just feel like you're letting an old version of yourself go. And you're no longer controlling parts of yourself that want to be expressed. It's like you're choosing to be loyal to you. And being loyal to you is also choosing loyalty to spirit. But you should definitely, if you don't know about Oya, you should definitely look into her. Because she kept peeking out. Alright, so final themes. There's action, there's forward movements. Final themes for Cancer throughout this Saturn retrograde and Aries transit. You have action, you have standstill. You're definitely going to be moving forward with something. You're definitely going to be... What are you looking at? Standstill is looking at action. But then I'm seeing double dutch. And how before you get in the jump rope to double dutch, you know, you do that preparation. And it's like, you know, you start to get the body and the rhythm so you can know when to jump in and start the double dutch. But again, that's going back to what I said about the sand. It's like you're becoming grounded with something. I do feel like something with this standstill has been a long time coming. But the way it's looking at this action, the water is about to move. That current is about to come in for you. Because you have the Ace of Cups too, I think, as well. New beginnings. Something, whatever this is, it may not happen until fall. Yeah, transformation is out here with healing chaos. For some, it may not happen until winter. And if there's still a delay, then it just means that you're finishing up that hermit high priestess cycle that you're currently on. And I did say for some of you, this is going into 2026. So yeah, the timing is different for all of you, but ultimately this is a transit of inner peace for you, or bringing that back to you where it has been lost. What was once lost will now be found. So just be open and know that you'll be thriving and there's a lot of potential building. Trust that shit, okay? With trust. Okay? Okay. All right. Love you. Cancer. Okay, who's next? Leo. Hold on. Leo, I need a second. That is cold. Okay. I'm about to ring the bell. All right, Leo. So, Leo, hold on, let me start the timer. What was I about to say? So, throughout Saturn retrograde in Aries, because your timestamp is 66 minutes. Yesterday's video was the 666th video, okay? Now, as I always say, it's not a negative number, it's a positive number. It's a number to remain positive. And I've been struggling to get back in the algorithm, but yesterday put me back in the algorithm with that video. It was just confirmation. So, like, they're showing me the skies, right? And how, like, there's a clear sky, and then when you start to see the sky change, it's a signifier that a storm is about to come in. But for you, throughout this transit, it's like, the transit may have started in a storm, but coming out of this transit, it's like the clouds are fading away, the sun is coming out, starting to shine. But I don't feel like this is consistent energy, your energy. I don't think this is consistent energy throughout this transit. I just feel like it's just different moments, different random sporadic moments of, shit is good, then there's a storm. Shit is good, then there's a storm. You could be very energetically exhausted with that energy at this time as well, but it's all for a reason. And also, whatever this reason is, it's bigger than you. Okay, let's see. Saturn retrograde in Aries for Leo. But pay attention when you see sixes. Also, you could always, there's something about the month of June for you. You have Three of Swords. That's being highlighted throughout this transit. I feel like there's a cycle that needs to be healed. Okay. Leo. There's a cycle ending. The world. Here's it's giving workload. That's interesting. Saturn retrograde in Aries for Leo. Damn. So, if you have a platform, it could definitely be growing, definitely expanding. This is very interesting though, But there's I don't know where to start or how to. I don't know how to fuck to start the sentence. Okay. So you have the world here. You have the Ten of Pentacles. You also have the Fool. Okay. So your energy, because you are on the World card, or yeah, your energy represents the World card fixed energy. Ten of Pentacles also represents generational wealth as well. But with the world being here, especially if you're on social media, I don't know, something is growing, a platform is growing. The Fool is your opposite Aquarius energy, so you're about to step into some type of new life, but your workload is being highlighted, okay? I just want to emphasize the workload, okay? A lot of you say yes when you are at your maximum capacity. I see, you know how when you go in restaurants and they have like this number of people, it's maximum capacity. Be mindful of not overbooking yourself. Be mindful of scheduling me days, self days, that me time. You are the heart chakras, so you want to help, you want to give. But at the same time, you are the sun too. So you need to be able to separate, to elevate at the same time, you know, creating that balance, if that makes sense. Because you have you have 3 cards sideways. So you're starting, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the World. You have 1010. You could definitely be seeing 1010 at this time. Pay attention to October 21st as well, because you have 1021. Or just October 10th, that 1010 portal through October 21st. Highlight that time for yourself. But you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. You have the World. Those are upright. You have the King of Swords upright. You have the Fool upright. But then you have the Eight of Wands sideways, with the Six of Pentacles sideways, with Death sideways. So it's not going to be like, I'm not seeing overnight success. I'm seeing like you're going to see it for yourself, and you're going to know it's coming as a way to prepare. Someone else had a message. I think it was Taurus. I don't know who had the message of preparing. Being able to see it before they need to get the fuck. It could have been Gemini. I don't know. But yeah, there's something that you want is coming in. There's a cycle of your life ending and a cycle of your life beginning. But there's a huge warning of imbalance and overdoing it, especially when it comes to the workload. Okay. Maybe this is a message for myself, because I really be working 7 days a week. I really do. Okay. Anywho. Yeah, Six of Wands, your energy, victory. Okay, that was clear. Thank you. Now, if you are, because the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, you know, if you are struggling, if you're struggling with creativity, if you're struggling financially, let's address that real quick. I feel like there's a new opportunity coming from. Okay, there's a new opportunity coming from you. I almost said for you, but they want me to say from you. Yeah, the Empress, from you. Okay, thank you for the iteration, respectfully. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. Don't sleep on yourself. It's giving me yesterday's reading. What do we do? Neptune retrograde, and how you've been in a sunset energy and you need to be in a sunrise energy. So, yeah. It's like where you've been sleeping, where you've been dormant, you're waking up. Temperance and reverse. Yeah, I don't know. You may think you really need divine intervention with something. You do not. You need you. Okay? Do you know the song I Need You by Lloyd? It should be on the community post. I don't know. You might have to scroll a little bit. But that song is you to you. Okay? Listen to it. I'll post it, repost it after this. But yeah, Ace of Cups and Ace of Cups upright, Five of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of emotional healing. I feel like I'm seeing rough in someone to love you, but I feel like someone wants to love you. Yeah, strength. You're learning how to release your guard, your defensive. A lot of you are very defensive, yeah, which is causing a lot of restrictions. Woo! Nose is itching, but Saturn is helping with that. Let's move on. I feel like a lot of you have been struggling with just disappointment from yourself, from others. A lot of you about to be, oh my God, my nose is itching, involved with a new crowd of people. Shit. Spirit, come on. Respectfully. So you have, do you want me to keep that? Okay. You have Great Diviner. You're becoming more graceful. And then I hear Beyonce, always stay gracious, best revenge is your paper. Okay? Period. You have Nature in reverse. A lot of you are struggling between outside versus inside. You have Great Diviner upright, Nature in reverse, Santa Muerte upright, Offering, Accountability in reverse, and Guidance. Okay, so remember how I just said, like, you know, you're the heart chakra, so you know, if you give a fuck, you're gonna help, okay? It's a part of you. It's your nature. But then you have Nature in reverse. So be mindful of not going against your own nature, okay? Be mindful of the way that you self-sacrifice as well. With Santa Muerte being here, you have a lot, your justice for you is being served behind the scenes. But with whom you help, whom you choose to say yes to, whom you pour into, have great discernment with that. With Guidance being here, because you have accountability, your energy in reverse next to Santa Muerte. Okay? So, it's also giving death to the ego as well. Meaning, like, you literally have nothing to prove. You just need to be. And this Guidance energy is just being with all of this pink. Pink is love. You are love. And I feel like some of you may be afraid to love. You may be afraid to just give your heart. I don't know. You're very... Something is cold where it's supposed to be warm, but where your heart and soul are located. Okay? Okay. And, you know, you could be in this energy of, you know, it's like, especially if you're single as fuck, okay, your phone is dry as fuck. I think you need to be honest with yourself about where you are on this journey of love and matters of the heart specifically, because I feel like you're very closed. And a part of you being able to achieve that 10 of Pentacles is having accountability. Like, yes, I didn't make the most healthiest decisions when it came to my heart chakra and myself. I didn't make the most healthiest decisions for myself. You know, I made this decision because I was responding from this emotion. Like, really having that radical self-honesty with yourself. And then knowing that you're not that person anymore. You're wise as fuck, okay? Discerning as fuck, okay? You know how to observe, and you can learn how to read body language and nonverbal communication cues and all of that shit, like, you know. So it's like, take that knowledge and put it out in the world and connect with people. But at the same time, I do feel like there are going to be people that you cross paths with throughout this transit. I know we're going over, I'm about to end it. But there's people that you're going to cross paths with in this transit that think that you owe them some shit. That they, I don't know, it's like people want you to take accountability for shit that you don't need to take accountability for. There's a lot of projection. Be mindful of the projections and walk through and over that shit, okay? I don't know, it's definitely giving energy that is dead to you, wants to be revived with you, and with accountability that it's not your responsibility to revive. Yeah. Okay. It's like when I have assisted someone and it's like, I know you're being very stubborn at this point in time in life, so talk to God about it. And then every time I say that, they get fucking offended. Like, oh, it's not fuck you. It's I've done all that I can do. I have maximized my capacity. Okay. And God has the capacity that this human experience that I'm having just does not have. Okay. Respectfully. If you say, honey, you have to know when to cut the cord, when to pull it, okay? When to pull the plug. I don't know what that's about. Hope it's not literal. All right. But clarify this. We gotta go, Spirit. I'm overdoing it. The clarifier is truth and freedom. Also, you know, some of you really need to just let go of your old life. I don't know, a lot of you have really moved on and you've elevated, but you are heavy on the energy. Don't forget where you came from, but you focusing on where you came from it has you, honey, it has you scared to make certain choices in life, has you scared to take certain vulnerable risks. Like, I don't feel like you have an issue with physical risk. I feel like you have an issue with vulnerable risks, Leo. Okay. Yeah, the truth flipped out again to iterate that energy. Truth, you are the heart chakra, okay? So open that motherfucker, okay? Blessings come. Final themes for Leo throughout this transit, please. Adventures. Baby, you need to go outside and travel, okay? And connect with the people. You're working on something, thriving, simplicity, success, going forward in reverse. I feel like there's a subconscious cycle that you're stuck in that has you shielded. That's being highlighted and dealt with, okay? You're also being separated from a lot of people at this time. Just with this feather, just honor the program, honor what spirit is doing. Okay, just honor it. Don't question it. I hear Imani. Don't ask no questions, but yeah, don't question it. Just go with the flow, okay? And know that with this thriving and success, I don't know, you do have something growing. You may think with going forward, you may, honey, I guess this is where we're at. No. No. The adventure is coming, okay? Just wait on it. It's coming. And then we're ending with transformation, the butterfly. Period. That's enough. There's a transformation happening. Okay? New adventures, more travel, more life, just more. Okay? Theme is more, feels like. Okay, love you. We overdid it. Virgo. Don't make sure you overdo it for your motherfucking birthday. Okay? Okay. Hi, Virgo. Okay. Let me get back realigned. Hold on. Send a page just I ain't supposed to. Got somebody here, but I want you because the feeling ain't the same. By myself calling her your name. What y'all got going on? Ladies, tell me, do you understand? Now my feelings, can you feel my pain? It's not the way I feel. I think I made a mistake. Now it's too late. I know she ain't coming back. What I'm gonna do now to get my shorty back. Ooh, 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 ooh. Damn, the 5 of Cups? It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do without my boo. You've been gone for too long. Okay. So, what is Usher's sign? I don't know. It's not important enough for me to look up at this time. Hi, Virgo. Let's see what Saturn retrograde in Aries. Okay, you on some Let It Burn, though. I mean, Burn. The song is called Burn, I think. But let it burn. Damn. Gotta let it burn. That's interesting because your fire energy came out in reverse. So, you have the 10 of Wands in reverse. You have Temperance in reverse as well, Virgo. Something is out of your control. That's what that is. It's out of your control. You know what this is giving me? This transit for you, it's giving me whiplash. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Virgo, aren't you ruled by Mercury? The Magician is Mercury energy. So, you and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, right? I think so. Yeah, the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Oh, somebody's lying. What else? Anything else? Okay. And we end with Death on the bottom and the High Priestess. It's, yes, you're completely unaware of something. Okay. So things are about to take a turn. When? I don't even know. It honestly could be throughout your season. It's either your season or Libra season. With the Queen of Swords being here and the Ace of Swords being in reverse, it's definitely giving Libra season. Libra, Scorpio, and Sag. Heavy Libra and Scorpio. Damn, I didn't mean to say that. It could be with those signs, but heavy between those seasons. Um, hmm. The energy feels very settled. It feels like this Ten of Cups is giving. It's an emotional fulfilling time. Okay, there's this energy of like family closeness, Virgo. It's just the cards surrounding this Ten of Cups are just quite disturbing. But again, the energy feels settled. Now, with death being here, it makes sense for it to feel settled. You know, things could be very Ten of Cups for you at this time. You know, you could be enjoying the high of life at this time just naturally. But there's about to be an unexpected twist, turn, something, okay? Which is being clarified by this death card, okay? That's on the bottom. And with the High Priestess in reverse on the bottom as well. High Priestess is your opposite energy. Whatever this is, there's something to do with the throat chakra. My throat is starting to hurt. But it has to do with communication, the throat chakra. Something has not been spoken about yet with this Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse. But I said the Eight of Swords. So someone feels restricted. Like I don't know. Someone's trapped mentally in regards to communicating to you about something. Okay? This could be about a business. This could be about an investment, but you don't know something. You know what this is giving me? Okay, I don't watch reality TV, but I be on YouTube, so I see the YouTube shorts. And with Toya and Red, and when Toya, what was the short? I think Toya had like leased out another gym but didn't tell Red. Like there was a short about that I came across. And he was mad as fuck. Like he didn't know. It was a business decision. It's like that's what I'm thinking about. It's like something like that. Like there's something that you don't know. There's something about a trip too. This Three of Wands is giving trip, travel. You're about to know though. You could find out when a trip, you could find out through traveling with someone or traveling somewhere. So there's something you don't know. It has to do with travel. I mean, you finding out is associated with travel. It changes a lot though. I feel like you're going to be forced to make a decision that it's going to more so feel like an ultimatum. But whatever decision that you're having to make, it's you have to think about your future too. it affects more than just you. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Whatever the solution of overcoming this is very practical. With the Magician in reverse, you cannot manifest or light your candle out of this. Like something, this path needs to be taken. It's heavy everything for a reason, but I don't know. I don't want to get into this one yet, but we're about to. Do you have anything else for Virgo with this energy? Two of Swords in reverse. You will become clear on whatever it is I'm speaking about. This, you'll become aware very soon. But I feel like, because you have the Ace of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Wands, but it kind of feels like, is this, how does this affect Virgo specifically? That's what I want to know. It depends on the decision that you make. I don't know what this is. Because the Seven of Pentacles is sideways. So depending on one decision, you could take a loss, a major loss. Depending on another decision, you could avoid a loss. It depends. Yeah, Five of Cups. It looks like you're gonna take your time to make a decision to avoid a loss, but it feels pressured. It feels very ultimatum-ish. Yeah, Strength on the bottom. But you will overcome this. It's like you've been through worse shit before. But it's like just when you think shit is smooth flowing, it's like, here we go. I hear that song, here we go again. Now you're telling me that she is. And then we started with Let It Burn. I don't know. But the Wheel of Fortune. This could be in regards to a partner. Doesn't have to be. It could be a friend. I don't know. Here, break up to make up shit. I don't know. Virgo. Saturn and Aries. So you can find out someone has a gambling problem too. I don't know. It's something you don't know though. And they don't want you to know. But too many people are affected for you not to know. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense. Y'all gonna have to let me know. Again, this energy plays out till Thanksgiving. So, but I feel like that fall autumn shift is when shit gets real. Yeah, something's out of balance. Here, you don't even know it. Mommy Wada is in reverse. Memory. Damn, I gotta put the phone on the charger. But she flipped up right. Yeah, something is a cycle here. We are in the year of the snake. This could be someone I hear from your hometown, someone you grew up with. I don't know. Be mindful of identity theft too. Yeah, someone could have an addiction, thrive-variety, tolerance that you don't even fucking know about. I don't know what this is, but it does disrupt your reality. Okay? Hood love community. It's someone within your close circle and tradition. Someone has a habit that you don't, something going on, a cycle. Someone have a sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. I don't fucking know. But they got something going on. You don't know. The community don't know it either. Okay? Okay. This is just a theme. Yeah, vision in reverse. Honey, it's I see it, but it's very unclear on what exactly it is. But I see it, okay? What else? What else is a theme for Virgo throughout this transit? Saturn retrograde in Aries. Heavy energy on be flexible and don't get too comfortable. That's the biggest advice I can give to you based on the energy that has come out. You have flow. Flow, enlightenment in reverse, as well as abundance in reverse. Save your motherfucking money, okay? Save where you can. I'm not saying don't invest in yourself, don't take care of yourself, but this is not the time to splurge. I don't know if you got to bail somebody, I don't know. But you have delight, security, and courage. You're going to have to make a choice to choose yourself in something. Yourself, your kids, I don't know. It's more than just you. You need to really think about all factors. And please don't be the type of parent that stays in something toxic because you just want your kids to have a two-parent household, okay? Some two-parent households are toxic as fuck, okay? I grew up in one, all right? All right. Yes, I had a roof over my head, okay? Money was not an issue, okay? But the abuse, purification, was, honey, I'm still fucking recovering, okay? Okay. So you have success and then opportunity. It came out in reverse though. So what is that? Preparation meets opportunity energy. Yeah, gateway. I don't know. You have a very, I hear, keen eye for success. So any loss that you take, you can clean it up and recuperate. I feel like that's a gift of yours. But no matter what unfolds, do not allow it to get the best of you. You have more control over the situation than you realize. But it is based on the decisions that you choose. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. I love you. I don't have to let me know because I don't fucking know. Okay? Bye. Libra. Hi, Libra. Happy Friday. I feel like you're bringing sexy back. Yep. Throughout this transit. Shit, I know I am. But Libra, Saturn retrograde in Aries. I'm really curious to know because, you know, Saturn is the Lord of Karma, okay? You know, you be karmic justice in too. So I'm just very interested to see how this energy plays out for you. Especially the high vibrational Libras versus the low vibrational Libras. I feel like it's about to be a hell of a time. Lean back. All right. I don't want to start there. Libra. Saturn retrograde in Aries. The Five of Swords. Libra with Libra. God. The Ten of Swords. Page of Cups. Feels like no nonsense. Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. Libra, Saturn retrograde in Aries. I don't like it. The Hermit in reverse. So you are exhausted with something. You're tired of fighting for something. You're tired of giving your emotions to something. It's giving heavy energy on being tired of people in general. It's like people are deceptive. People are fucking, just think about the fucking selves, okay? You're tired of I don't know. It's like people that represent old versions of you, you are very exhausted with throughout this transit. So you're tired of I hear a liar by profile, but yeah, the manipulation, just the narcissism. I mean, we are all narcissistic in our own ways, respectfully speaking. Every fucking human on this damn planet, all right, has a narcissistic tendency, quality, something, okay? We're the past, present, or fucking future. But you're very exhausted with people. And you're tired of fighting for something. You feel like there's no reward at the end in regards to something. All right, Libra. a lot of fucking, I don't know. You have Strength, Page of Swords, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Wands upright, the Hanged Man in reverse. One more. Feels like you have to face something, you have to deal with something, but you don't, yeah, Judgment, you don't want to, but you have to. All right. So this is, this transit for you is more so, it's definitely testing your willpower. Okay, I'll start there. Your willpower is being tested. Some of y'all are really fucking going through it, okay? I'm gonna just call it out. Some of y'all are. Others of y'all really don't give a fuck. It's one or the other. Either you don't give a fuck or you really going through it, okay? I just feel like that's what it is with you throughout this time. You are exhausted energetically, physically. I feel like you want to, this Queen of Wands, it's like, yes, as I mentioned, you know, you are, it's like, this is that bringing sexy back, okay, type of energy. And your opposite is fire, your opposite is Aries, and this transit is in Aries. So your shadow is very fucking loud, okay, very loud. All right, it's like screaming at the top of the fucking mountain, okay? However, you're very much in your head. You are very, very potent in attracting the energy that you are, that's living in your mind rent free at this time with these, all of these damn swords here, okay? You are losing, so it's like, what, I don't know, it's kind of like the energy of like losing a spark. So it's like, you know, something that once sparked your interest, now you're disinterested. Like, some of you are just, are, I don't know, I'm hearing the word careless. But then as well, I'm getting a lot of you feel like you have something to prove as well. With Strength and the Queen of Wands in Judgment here, this is like, you know, yes, I have grown. Yes, I have elevated. Yes, I have matured. Yes, I know better. Yes, I'm doing better. Yes, life is going pretty good, you know. Just take whichever story resonates with you personally. But you do feel like you have something to prove. And you may think that this is, it's like, it's interesting because the way the outside world is judging you is also how you judge yourself, with Judgment being here. Okay? And that's really triggering you. So it's like you may feel like you have something to prove to the people. Fuck the people, respectfully. But you more so have something to prove to yourself. And there's a perception shift coming with that, with this Hanged One in reverse. And this, all of these swords represent perception as well. Also, there's, you are, I don't know, I'm getting like for some of you, your parents, what? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I'll say it a different way. But no, I hear it as you're, okay, this is how I hear it. I'm trying to make sense of it at the same time. But it's like you're carrying a cycle that your parents put you in. But it's like, if you've grown as fuck, because this is not for kids, then if your parents put you in a cycle, it would be our responsibility to change it, right? In a sense. But then if you're unconscious of this cycle that came from your parents, that's how it would make sense. I don't know. But even how I'm trying to dissect the message is a reflection of these swords. Like, don't overcomplicate the message. Her spirit. Don't overcomplicate the message. It's very simple. This is like, you know, me. Okay, I just want to say, just as a header, Mental health is important. I don't play about it, okay? I really don't, okay? And I will cut the world off to get my own shit together real quick, all right? Um, because to lose my mind means to lose everything. I can't lose my mind, okay? So I have to maintain. But it's like, you know, when people get emotional support dogs. Now, I understand the intent. However, I don't think people recognize the energy that the animal has to absorb and then transmute. Okay? It is not the animal's responsibility, okay? Shit, it's not God's responsibility. It is truly ours. Like, we choose the life that we want to live. And yes, shit happens that is out of our control. But if you don't like it, change it, fix it. If it's the environment, change the environment. If it's the people, change the people. If it's the job, change the fucking job. You know, if it's the credentials, fucking get more. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. That's what I'm saying. And because I think like that, a lot of people think I'm mean as fuck, but really, you know, you get what you get. Okay, that's where I'm at with me. You get what the fuck you get, and you can take it or you can leave it respectfully. But for children, like let's just say you were the child, and even if you had a two-parent household or whatever the case may be, you know, some people have kids just because they want love. They want to feel loved by another person. And so it's like doing that and then making it the child's responsibility to always have to fucking show up for you. It's like them fucking sons that, honey, they on their mamas every fucking beck and call, like, my nigga, you know. It's something has been put on you by your parents, okay? I hope that makes sense in the way I tried to break it down for clarity. But it's kind of like, you know, I don't know if this comes up in conversation, like someone's like, you need to do this for me or you have to do this for me. And then it's just like hold the fuck up. Okay? I need to do what? Because what? I don't know. But that, yeah, you're making a judgment call with something that you didn't even realize was like going the fuck on. And this is very different from Virgo because they're oblivious to something. But for you, it feels like it doesn't feel inherited. It feels forced upon, like put on you. I don't know. It's like, you know, when your parent has multiple children and then you're the eldest sibling and then it's like, well, since you're the oldest, you gotta fucking help take care of them. Like, that's not your fucking responsibility, respectfully. I know it's different situations. I'm not trying to downplay anything, but at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. And it's like people try to make excuses for the truth to fit their narrative. And Saturn is the truth, is the fucking truth. It is not overcomplicated, okay? Okay. Damn, I didn't start the timer. Where are we? Past the damn time. All right, anything else? Hold on. Let me create some type of structure. Anything else for Libra? Hi. Spirit acts. So as I mentioned, there's a lot. Did I say that for you? I don't know. But with judgment, hold on. Libra. So I don't know what sign this was. This was a couple of months ago. But I talked about something happening in the womb. And Mommy Wada memory is giving me that energy. This cycle is connected to your how you grew up. How you grew up and who you grew up with. And the ages of 0 to 7 and what you were taught. Because psyche is developed between 0 to 7. So that time frame of your life is highlighted at this time, Libra, with Mommy Wada memory being here. And with Spirit Act being in reverse in connection with that Judgment card. And then you have Nature. So I feel like a lot of you are moving in an opposite direction from how you were raised, from how you grew up, just from shit that you were taught. I don't know. It's like, you know, your parents' moral and value system and belief system is not your moral value and belief system. You know, you may have picked some up, but ultimately it's not yours. And with that, I do feel like you're becoming more expressive in that energy. But when we are enlightened with something, humans have a tendency to try to force that energy upon other people. Okay, me, I have my own opinion, I have my own belief system, and I'm an Aquarius North Node baby, so it'd be different from the collective, respectfully. But the shit that I address needs to be addressed. You know, the thought provoked ideas need to be thought provoked. Okay, it's a part of my purpose. But for you, this is all connected to 0 to 7, and I feel like it's connected to your purpose as well. You are definitely going to experience just more life in general in Sagittarius season, because Osusi nature, the arch, the arrow, Sag season, definitely you could be called to cleanse the body at this time, like eat more life. Yeah, eat more life. Um, Hydrate, take care of yourself. Like, yeah, take care of the inner self, and the outer self will take care of the inner self, and the outer world will take care of you. Yeah, conjuring legacy. This is, baby, the retrograde is retrograding back to when you were born. 0 to 7, okay? So just pay attention. And you are building a different legacy. And I do feel like some people, especially your parents, if they're still here, are very opinionated about it. If they have crossed over, at least somebody is doing it. That's what I hear from them. If they've crossed over, thank God somebody is doing it. So shout out to you. We have truth and we have stillness. So going back to, you had spirit act in reverse. There's a lot. I feel like you're learning how to master Empress energy. I think I've said this to you recently, because you and Taurus are the Empress card, with you both being ruled by Venus. And it's you really are attracting at this time. You're attracting the truth. You're attracting, I'm getting through elegance. Stillness, I don't know. It's just giving elegance. But it's also like it's giving the energy of being unmoved. Like, it's kind of like if people want you to have pity due to them treating you like shit, and then they give you the sob story. You are unmoved, okay? It's like you're like, okay, thank you. That's it. Okay. Anything else for Libra throughout this transit? Purity for you and going forward. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a rocky start, but it's a very powerful end. Okay? Okay. Bye. I'll see you in the next 3 days. Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. Happy Friday. This shit probably cold again. Okay. Let's see what Saturn retrograde is doing for you, Scorpio. Are y'all okay? Y'all okay? Scorpio's been interesting lately. But what is Saturn doing for you? You know, I'm going to just read, because what the fuck? Let's just... Come on, baby. Just let me give them some hope, because, yeah, gotta kiss the deck on you. Kiss the ring, kiss the deck. I do kiss my decks, but off camera. Hold on. I gotta get the charger. What is that? Canadian? Okay. Don't judge my vocal cords. Scorpio, Saturn retrograde in Aries. What's happening? Scorpio. All right, you have the Three of Pentacles upright. You have the Page of Swords upright. You have the Eight of Wands in reverse, Scorpio. You have the Six of Cups in reverse. You have the Sun in reverse. God damn. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Judgment is on the bottom. Damn, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Cups. Scorpio, Saturn retrograde in Aries. God, please help me help them. However, I can help them. Because they need some help. So this, you have one major here. The only major here you have is the Sun. The Sun is Leo energy. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck, but it's in reverse. So it's here, which means the happiest time of your life is a possibility. It really, really is. No, I didn't do Capricorn yet. We're going Aries through Pisces today, so Capricorn is coming up. But no, just stay tuned, boo. I got you. But yeah, it's the happiest card in the deck, right? And it means you have the possibility to experience the happiest time of your life. Now, we've been having some conversations here lately, Scorpio. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but something is going on, okay? And I'm concerned at this point, okay? I am. I am going to fucking hold you. But whatever it is, I feel like whatever this energy is, I just hear the word necessity. It's a necessity. So we'll honor the necessity. You're starting with the Three of Pentacles, okay? So you could be very focused on something at this time, very focused on achieving a certain goal, very focused on building something, very focused on work, you know, building the bag, building the brand, building whatever. You're building something. You're focused on creating at this time, right? She got her little paintbrush kit here, okay? Just in the art of creativity, right? Which we love. And then the Page of Swords, okay? I don't know who from the outside started interacting with you, okay? But it's like you were focused and then you got fucking distracted, okay? Someone, I don't know, this is like someone has like, just follow me, okay? It'll begin some tea, but follow me. Okay, it's giving like someone is gifted in, I don't think it's called that. I don't think it's like someone is gifted in mind control in a sense, right? Because Three of Pentacles, honey, you focusing on yourself, your own shit, okay? And then the Page of Swords, it's like, hold on, okay? All of this outside energy, okay? It's like when you outside just chilling, then the motherfucking mosquitoes want to come, okay? It's like, bitch, you know, something happened in your external reality that became a distraction, okay? And then I don't know what the fuck you thought, honestly, because you thought you were moving forward, but Eight of Wands is saying, baby, this, I feel like this is giving a backstory, honestly. This is saying you're moving backwards, okay? And the Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, Six of Cups in reverse, you know, some people may have fallen by the wayside, Scorpio. I don't know. I don't know. Something is not once the same. Something's not hitting the same, whether this is with someone, this could be with work, I don't know. But things, it's like, you know, I feel like the sun was upright when you were in this Three of Pentacles energy. And then when this Page of Swords energy, I don't know if this is someone you talk to, converse with, I don't know. But someone is always on the mind, in the mind, I don't know. It's something about mental communication. I don't know. It's giving like getting so down far the rabbit hole of sapiosexuality that, honey, you forgot that life is going on too. I don't know. Some weird ass shit like that. Anywho, moving on. With the Sun in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse, it's like, okay. I feel like you're asking your own fucking self how the fuck we got here. And the answer to that question is, you gave your power away. I hear it to the wrong motherfucker. I just hear it straight like that. Four of Cups, and now you're in this energy here, and now we gotta rebuild. And King of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you, what the fuck? Did I get bit on my back? Because if so, how the fuck did that happen? Okay. Anywho, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, you could have lost an investment. I don't know, it's giving a loss of an investment. And it doesn't have to be monetary, okay? It could be, I don't know, but we're gonna clean this up. I just feel like that's a backstory, okay, for how the fuck we got to this energy we're in today with this reading, okay? All right, now let's repull. Scorpio, Saturn retrograde in Aries. Of course I didn't start the damn timer. Of course not. All right. What else for Scorpio? They keep showing me a siren, like mermaids and pirates. Eight of Wands in reverse. You gotta, I feel like you're repeating a lesson. That's what I think this is. You're repeating a lesson. Now you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Wands. Upright. You complete a cycle by walking away from something. The something, it could be a home, it could be a city, it could be a state, it could be a fucking country. It could be an investment that you have with someone else. You let someone from the outside in, and it fucks up the game, okay? And whatchamacallit, one of the signs just had a warning to not do that. You have done it. But Queen of Wands energy is not you. But it's an energy that you are wanting to, I hear, possess. I don't know how to take that word possess, because possess means, you know, it could represent carry within yourself, or it could mean having for yourself for no one else to have. I don't know which way, you know. But then we have the Page of Wands. Oh, mother and son. Look at them. You see how she's looking at him and how he's looking at her. Someone's son is like, I got you, Mom. I don't know. What is this for Scorpio? Because we got to go. We got to move on. The Chariot in reverse. Something is done. Something is finished. But going back to whoever has mind control, I don't know. Yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse. I don't know. There is someone that is, it's like they're not a Judas like physically. They're a Judas spiritually. Who is this? Who's the Judas spiritually? We got water energy. 6 of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You take it how it resonates. Okay. Let's wrap this up. What else for Scorpio? I don't think it's you though, but you are, it could be you, because you up in the mix, okay? This is yours. I hear Saturn is highlighting this fuck up. Is that how you talk to yourself? Or is that how you talk to people? I don't know. This transit is very direct, okay? I will say that it's very direct for you. You have Yemoyat Starseed. Damn, and you have loyalty in reverse. Didn't I say mermaid energy? Okay, I swear I just said that. I don't know what the fuck I said verbatim, but I feel like mermaid just came out of my mouth. Siren, mermaid, pirate. I think that's what I said verbatim, okay? And then you got, Lord God, I am sweating, Scorpio. You have loyalty in reverse, okay? There is something about the sunflower. Okay, the sunflower was in the Queen of Wands, which is Leo energy. But the sunflower is summer solstice. This is a summer long. I hear summer jam, but this is a summer long theme. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but I hear fix it. Fix it. You have Hermetic create upright. This is how you started. You have manifested creation in reverse. Things really could be going upside down. You have ego death. Okay, you're repeating a lesson. And with trust, you need to be mindful of who you trust, okay? Because something is wrong. Something is very wrong, okay? And yeah, I gotta go to Sagittarius, but something is wrong. Karma is coming in. Oh, sorry, karma has already came in because it's already happened, okay? And then with Sing, whoever is happy is good. I don't know. Whoever is happy, and I don't know. But I see the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, and I see your energy, death. So something could be ending with a fire sign. Could be, doesn't have to be. But yeah, I don't know. But there is, I don't know. There's something about communication. Songs, communication through song. I mean, communication is through song. But whoever is happy is good, though. But then there's something about somebody's fucking eyes, okay? I don't fucking know. Yeah, you need to focus because you're not focused at this time. Saturn retrograde in Aries for Scorpio. Close this out, please. I'm really not trying to come at you, okay? I'm just really trying to just help you. You have taking risk and trust. You are definitely too comfortable in something. And it's like the planets are ensuring your uncomfortability so that you can change. Okay? The truth. Thank you, Spirit. Security. Okay? All is well. I feel like there was a reading. I don't know which month it was. It was this year. But it was like you need to be careful of, I don't know. It's not the dispel reading, it's something else. But I warned you of something. And I feel like you did not take heed and now it's playing out, okay? Okay, but on another note, baby, if you ain't got none of that shit going on right now, we got success and pleasure here. So just be thankful. This transcends on Thanksgiving, okay? Be thankful, okay? If you ain't got none of them fucking problems, be grateful, okay? And maybe you can be a light to someone else. Divine feminine, okay? Okay, I'm just saying. I love you. Sagittarius, okay? I got a whole day. I have to go to work, so let me hurry up. Hi, Sag. All right, we got Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces left. Let me just, hold on. Can I extend it to 10? They told me leave this shit at 9. Okay. We will. We go over, we go over. Okay. Sagittarius, justice, okay. Sagittarius, Saturn retrograde in Aries. The Ace of Wands fell in my lap. I hear I got a new attitude. You got a new attitude coming. We're going to take that too. Okay. So Ace of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and Justice. I hear period poo. I don't know. The Three of Swords, yes. Period poo. But I don't know. I don't have nicknames for people like poo and bear and shit. So I don't know. You could be I don't know, y'all got some with pet names going on. Okay, but on another note, you personally, baby, you are stepping into your power. Respectfully. I feel like you're calling judgment on a lot. I feel like, who is this? Sagittarius? Yeah, you're calling judgment. And then you're starting, Ace of Wands is your energy. So I do feel like this transit is, baby, it's bringing you new vitality. Thank you, Spirit. With Two of Pentacles, you are working on balance and moderation, especially with the Two of Pentacles and Justice. You're doing a lot of weighing the pros and cons. It's giving like Venn diagram scenarios. You are definitely focused on your healing. You're definitely focused on staying on the right side of karma. Okay, you're not playing about staying on the right side of karma at this time. Okay, yeah, Three of Wands. You're ready for more. You're ready for just more of something. You could definitely be thinking about going back home, especially if your home is somewhere overseas. I don't think, for some of you, you may be talking about moving, but you're gonna just travel. You may be there for an extended period of time, but you're coming back to wherever you're coming from. Okay, that's just a side note. Saturn retrograde in Aries for Sag, yeah. Why is it quiet? Saturn retrograde in Aries for Sag, please. Four of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So I don't know what you have done in you know, a past life in this life, okay? But this Four of Pentacles, it's like giving buried money, okay? Now, if you bury money in the ground, you got to be mindful of how you bury it, because you can lose what you bury depending on how you bury it, okay? But you're starting a new vitality and you're ending in a victory. I really do love this for you, Sag. So you do have the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. I do feel like you are expanding investment. So let's just say like you are just, I hear, used to the basics when it comes to finances, like, you know, checking, savings, credit card, fucking, you may have a CD, you know, you got, maybe have Cash App, whatever the fuck, PayPal. But it's like you're not the type, you're not into Bitcoin, crypto, shit like that. Like you're expanding your financial investments. I do see a lot of you learning about the market, the stock market specifically. You are having victories that you are not telling anyone about throughout this transit. Or it's kind of like you're not revealing your full hand in regards to something to people. I do feel like there's a lot of mystery surrounding you throughout this transit as well. But that mystery is a form of divine protection, with justice being the center in this card. I know the color white is significant too. Clarify that please for Sag. So you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Hierophant, your second major, where you have been flaky on your commitments, you're becoming committed. Yeah, look at you on the bottom, Temperance. I love this. This feels like, this transit feels like a reward for you. I feel like the universe is time to give back. That's what it's feeling like. Yeah, the Tower. There's something about protection though. It's kind of like, you know, even when danger is right there, like it misses you. I can't explain it. I think it's you though. I don't like, this isn't your bloodline. This isn't your siblings. It's something about you. Sag, Eight of Swords, you're releasing restrictions yourself. Again, you're calling judgment, you're releasing restrictions. Ace of Swords, the truth. You are very, it's like you're a stand-up man, you're a stand-up woman. What they get is what they get with you. And then I do feel like though, you're doing, how do I say this? When it comes to things that are not as victorious as you would like them to be, you just, it's like you're not, I don't want to say not giving up. It's not hitting how I need it to hit. But yeah, it's like you're still focused. You're still going to, it's like, okay, I wasn't able to do it this way. Okay, bet. Now let's get back in the game. Let's get back in the booth. I don't know. But you're not. You're very determined. That's what this is. Your determination is very, very high, very strong at this time as well. Okay? There's also something that you're releasing. Like, it could be like releasing to the public, but I feel like there's a practice you've been releasing. So like, let's just say you collect crystals. You're not collecting crystals anymore. It's just something like that. Something that used to be of use is no longer of use. Something like that. All right, Saturn retrograde in Aries for Sagittarius. 1044. You have nurture. Your energy is very healing. You have memory. You have seduction. Your dreams are revealing. Damn, I ain't heard that song in years. I was about, honey, your dreams are revealing your boo thing. And then I start this with fucking nicknames and shit. I don't know. Literally vision. Your dreams are showing you your boo. Okay? And it's interesting. They're not just showing you who that person is. Like, however you see your life at that time yourself, like, Spirit is saying, like, this is what you need to work on to get here. Like, the connection. Also, this is a reflection of connection of the light self and the shadow self. But it's also, I don't know, your foresight is very, very strong at this time. And accurate as well. And then you have guidance here. You're very connected to your ancestors, your spirit team. You're growing a deeper relationship with them. I do feel like with this connection of light and dark energy, it's just something about you. Your energy is very seductive. Your energy is very inviting. It's like you're carrying the energy of Leo, being able to attract effortlessly. You know, the sun is the sun. And, you know, the narrative of a Leo is so fucking negative when it's just who they are. So it's something about just who you are. But it's like choosing to live in that truth versus being who everyone else wants you to be, if that makes sense. Yeah. All right, close us out for Sagittarius, please. Diligence. Again, very focused, very determined. You are definitely moving forward and not backward. You have forgiveness, love, and potential. So Saturn is highlighting a broken heart. You hear the geese? A broken heart where you are holding on to resentment, where you have been unforgiving to yourself and to others. I feel like that's the biggest thing as far as like something you need to work on, because the universe is giving back to you. I'm going to confirm that, okay? Keep moving forward. You're good. But there is a blockage in your path. Your heart is blocked. And every human's lesson is to live a life with an open heart despite the circumstances, which is very difficult to do. It is an easier said than done technique. But for you, there's something or someone or a situation that you're holding on to that is truly painful, that you need to let go, which has been this has been coming up a lot. And Saturn is, again, this transit highlights resistance and what is contributing to that resistance. So where you have resistance with the heart, especially if you're trying to move forward with something, again, yeah, you have the determination, but do you have the heart? Okay? They do go hand in hand. And some of you may need to think about that for a minute. You have the determination, but do you have the heart? And you do, but you're not using it. And that's a problem. Okay? Okay, I'm going to end it there. I love you. I bless you. Capricorn. Capricorn, I got to heat up my coffee. Hold on. And then we'll get started. Okay, I got 42 minutes. Hold on. Give me 45 seconds. Okay. Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. All right, let's see what Saturn retrograde in Aries is doing for you. I'm going to start the timer. Okay. Okay. Capricorn, Saturn retrograde in Aries for Capricorn. I hear it's a hard knock life for us. I don't know the rest of those lyrics. I just know it's a hard knock life for us. Because, you know, you're Capricorn, so you didn't have to deal with Saturn your whole fucking life, okay? So I'm very eager to see what comes out, all right? Because you're true to this, okay? Not new to this. Okay, you don't have to wait until the Saturn retrogrades to get acquainted with Saturn. But Acquainted by the Weekend, that song is coming up. Hierophant, very acquainted, okay. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Who is this, Capricorn? Okay. So, hold on, one more. Okay. All right, so starting off, you have the Hierophant upright, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Swords upright, 10 of Wands. So you're very aware of something, okay? What you're aware of, I don't know specifically, but you're very aware of something. Again, as we mentioned, you're quite acquainted with Saturn energy. But when it comes to any planet being retrograde, the retrograde is about the internal self versus the outside reality. Saturn is highlighting the internal self for you versus your outside reality, which is why the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. When it comes to stability is not a focus. Even if you are focused on it right now, that's not the focus as far as this retrograde for you personally. Now, I do feel like you're being called to commit to, they're giving it to me as a spiritual practice, but it could be anything. Like what I'm doing right now is a spiritual practice. Fucking shit, what I do at my job, in a sense, is a spiritual practice. Praying over people, praying for my fucking enemies is a spiritual practice, okay? Sending protection over my nieces and nephews is a spiritual practice. Fucking spending time with nature and just talking to spirit is a spiritual practice. Meditation is a spiritual practice. Fucking exercise is a spiritual practice. Choosing to go on a fucking alkaline diet, baby, is a spiritual practice. There's a multitude of ways it can be defined, okay? So don't put yourself in a box. That's the point I'm trying to make, okay? I am not the box type, okay? Okay, so the Hierophant is calling you to connect to a spiritual practice. Now, let me be very, very clear with this next statement. If you have a spiritual business and if you are doing it for the money, it will fail. It is not about the money. Even if your intent is to create stability from it, when money is the root, when they say money is the root of all evil, that's what that means. When the reason is for money, when the intent is due to money. If money is the fucking focus, the only focus, it will fail. Okay? Okay. Now, once you release, so some of you could be struggling with this. You could also be struggling with just your price as well. And it's like it's like spirit gives you a price and then you start to question it. So this is honoring what you're told the first time as well. Very, very interesting. Also, you have you're very gifted at planting. You have a green thumb. Even if it's like, well, damn, like the plants that I plant end up dying. There's something about the way that you nurture it, which is connected to this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The way that you nurture, again, it's a spiritual practice. Gardening is a spiritual practice too, okay? Again, don't think inside the box. This is very outside the box for you, but Saturn wants you to commit. But this is something that it's already in you. It's within you. It just needs to be, it needs to be nurtured. It needs to be birthed. It needs to be watered. It needs to grow. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, it is instant karma with Saturn. Okay, it really is. I fuck with it. The long way. I really do love Saturn. I really do. It was a long time coming, but it's all love. I'm a Capsellium, but it really is all love. Saturn retrograde in Aries. Yeah, I don't like that. So I just blinked for a second. But I'm seeing, I don't even know if this is a theme. But you know, in Men in Black, when they used to use the thing to like wipe their memory. So just be mindful of like blackouts. Especially if you're a person, like you go to parties and shit. Just be careful. Just please be careful, because I just don't like what I see. And you have the devil here too. It is your energy, but I don't like it. The devil came out after I had that vision, so just be careful. But on another note, you have the Ace of Pentacles in the world. So again, you're not new to this. You are true to this. And I do feel like this transit, it's wrapping up a cycle for you. It's wrapping up a life cycle for you. Like this is something. You've been tethered with the devil for a very, very long time, but that tethering is finally coming to a conclusion and a completion. And this Ace of Pentacles is definitely giving a new opportunity, but it's connected to this Hierophant energy. I see death in reverse on the bottom. I hear that's none of your concern as well. So don't be concerned of how other people get their karma. Just know that there's a karmic, I hear a karmic reckoning happening. Just focus on yourself. Mind your own business. That's what this is giving. Mind your business. Yeah, your opposite, Cancer. Just mind your business. Focus on what you got going on moving forward, and you can continue to enjoy the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, that's coming. So when I said that's coming, it made me think of the Bible story of, it was the Passover, right? The blood of the firstborn on the door for protection. But it's giving that, because that was the angel of death, and the death card was in reverse. So something's not of your concern. Also, it's someone, I don't know, this is random as fuck. But if you hear like about I'm not gonna say too much, but if you hear about like a freak accident, that don't ask no questions. I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird, but I'm gonna leave it alone before I choke to death. Okay. Anywho. Also, be mindful of your tongue. Speaking life versus death. Yeah, Temperance in reverse. All right, are we done with this deck? Yes, we are. Let's move on. Capricorn and Saturn retrograde in Aries. Oh, we're good. I'm good on time. Capricorn. You want something new. I don't know if it's a new identity, a new life, a new hairstyle. You want something new. You know how with the genie you can have 3 wishes? What do you want the most? And if it's money, don't even fucking don't. This is not about, I don't know why I feel the need to iterate this, but it's not about money. But what is it that you really want? It's like you get that, I hear 1 wish. You get that 1 special wish with this transit, especially if you commit to that Hierophant energy that we were discussing at first. Even if the wish is fucking help, like a best friend, like you can have whatever you like, but make sure it's what you want the most. Oshun justice, period. I love that. Karmic rewards, karmic justice, but stability and I don't know what you are making about money. I cannot, honey, I'm tired of saying it. Sound like a broken record right now. But with stability in reverse, especially if you feel like, I don't know what has been happening in this physical realm, but, or who's been playing with who's, it's like somebody's been playing with someone's stability. This could be through magic, just to put it out there, especially with Oshun being here. You know, a lot of people in the community like to work with Oshun and do things. But when you use these gods and goddesses and deities as energies to intentionally attack, that can come back. It's like what you put out is what you get back, right? So when you say, you know, it's out of my hands, you know, make it do what it do, universe, that's another thing. But when you're like, I need you to do this and this and this and this and that, to the, like that, it's gonna come back. Now, I do feel like someone's playing with your stability though. It's like if they don't want to see your business growing, they're speaking negative on it. Like that, there's so many ways that words are spells, right? So you don't have to actually go to a fucking botanica, okay? You can speak some shit. Again, speaking life versus speaking death. So with this energy, I feel like someone has been speaking death on your stability. It's like if someone is fucking miserable and unstable, they want you to be miserable and unstable. Especially if you came from a certain background. It's like, no, you need to stay here. You're better off here. And then it's like, instead of being able to celebrate you, they fucking hate on you. I just feel like it's about to, you know how God will make you the example? You're about to be the example, okay? I also hear how you should treat people. And then you have healing. There's healing coming in. The card came out reversed, but it's coming in. Especially healing with family. Family follows suit. But no. When it comes to healing the family, I don't think you're about to be fucking Ayana fix their damn life, okay? No, but you are the example. Like, you are the example. You're leading by example. And the way that you are inspiring people that come before you and after you is truly commendable, but you don't know it. It's not meant for you to know. And you probably won't get your fucking flowers about that in this lifetime, but Saturn will. God will, okay? Shit, Oshun is for some of you. It just depends, you know? And that's another thing. Stop expecting your flowers from humans. Expect your flowers from the divine, okay? They're always better and more fresh, and they last longer. Yeah. Pay attention in reverse. You're very discerning, okay? Keep that up. I don't know. I feel like you have been working on trusting spirit, you know, trusting those urges, those voices. It's like, you know, go outside, go back in. Like, they will do that to you just to test you, you know. Do you listen? Or when we tell you to, or when you want to, you know, shit like that. But you're doing well. All right, let's bring this to a close. Final messages for Capricorn. You also have forgiveness. There's something that needs to not be focused, or even, I don't know, with stability being reversed, some of y'all may have fumbled or fucked up a bag. It's okay. It's okay. Fulfillment. Spend a check and get it right back. It may take some time, but stay focused, stay diligent. You have forgiveness, fulfillment, and protection. Yeah. Yeah. And then you have inner peace. Beautiful. So again, this is a karmic reward. What is it that you want the most right now that's not associated with money? Ask for that and you shall receive. But please forgive yourself for, I feel like you do a lot of things by age. It's like, I'm this age, I should have this accomplished. I'm this, I should have that. Release that. Forgive yourself for that. Forgive yourself for where you've fallen short. Because Saturn is strict as fuck. So you're strict as fuck. Okay? So be nicer to yourself and keep carrying yourself forward. That's what I have to say. I love you. God bless you, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius and Pisces. Hold on. All right, hi, Aqua. Happy Friday. Welcome to Mercury Retrograde in Leo, but we're covering Saturn Retrograde in Aries. How are you? We're not starting here. But stability is upright for you. We'll take that. Switch it up. Hold on, let me start the timer. Okay. Saturn retrograde in Aries for Aquarius. Story time with Aunt Rose. I'm going to say this to you real quick, because I don't know how long you've been tapped in, but you should listen to Trust with Monica and Keisha Cole. That's spirit to you, okay? That is yeah, just take what you can from that. All right, Aquarius, Saturn retrograde in Aries. Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, Saturn retrograde in Aries for Aquarius. Some of you could have been having issues inside of your home with something. This could be with plumbing. This could be with anything. Fucking rodents. I don't know. Insects, termites. It could be anything. Something's changing with that. That's just as a side note. But just hold your horses for a second. Aquarius. Oh, your opposite came out. Leo upright. Ooh, damn. Okay. Okay. What else? There's something about your home, though. Anything else? We're good. What is this? Okay. Strength is on the bottom. The Chariot. I saw the Chariot when we started shuffling. I'm going to take those three. All right. Aquarius. Saturn retrograde in Aries. So you have Justice in reverse. The Eight of Wands upright. The Four of Cups in reverse. The Devil upright. The Sun is upright. The King of Pentacles is upright. The Seven of Pentacles is upright. The Four of Wands is in reverse. The Lovers is upright. You also have Strength, the Chariot, upright with the Five of Swords upright. Okay, overall, positive. We got some concerns here. When it comes to Hold, please. Saturn, okay. Similar to Capricorn, when it comes, okay, financially, baby, you're good. Let me just say that, get it out the way. Financially, you're good. Great. This transit is highlighting your relationships, honey. Your relationships, platonic and romantic, okay? Um, there's some, Spirit doesn't like something. Saturn doesn't like something. You are, it's interesting because, yes, in certain ways, protecting yourself will hurt others. But there's an issue with that. I don't know if it's how you're doing it, the way you're going about it. I really don't know. But this is all about relationships for you, okay? Platonic and romantic. I feel like there's issues on both fronts, respectfully, okay, and truthfully. This could also, platonic, it doesn't necessarily have to mean like, who you went to school with, who you go out with. It can represent coworkers as well, whatever the case may be. You got trust issues with people, okay? Heavy, right? You restrict a lot of people that want to pour into you, okay? Hi, Milky. Welcome to the family, babe. But yeah, you have a lot of restrictions and you restrict people. There's a lot of people want to collab with you. A lot of people want to connect with you, do business with you. And I do feel like you're very protective of yourself. It's like, you're in the energy of I'm good, I got it. And, that's where your opposite comes into play, Leo. But there's so much more to life that you have not experienced. And you restricted yourself from experiencing that Saturn. Yo. It really be bothering me when the heron be going crazy. Because it's like, why is the heron outside screaming at the other birds? Anywho, back to you. And with the devil, this is unhealthy. There's something that you're doing that's unhealthy. It is toxic, but you may think it's kind of like, yes, you are good on your own. I am not gonna take that away from you. You definitely the fuck are, from what I see. But at the same time, I hear that song, "You Make Me Better" by Neo. There are people that could aid. I hear aiding and abetting. Hold on, what does that mean? Hold on, what is aiding and abetting? Hold on. It's 11:11 right now. Make a wish. Oh, hold on. The act of assisting or encouraging someone to commit a crime. Okay, so basically, the person must have intended to assist or encourage the commission. Okay, so they're speaking from a crime level. I'm just speaking on a way to help you. But then again, I don't know, because you got justice in reverse. So be mindful of, I feel like in the past, okay, and now I understand. So justice in reverse is giving extreme to extreme. So in the past, you may have been someone, you may have fallen for peer pressure. People may have done things to get you, to do something that's out of character. This could be through force. There's different ways. I don't want to give too much energy to that. But now it's like you're good. You went from that energy of being, I hear the word enticed, to just, I got me and don't nobody else got me like I got me, and we're just going to keep it this way. And this is like allowing people to get close to you, but not too close. Everyone has a restrict. You have a restriction for everyone. That's what I'm trying to say. This is collective right now, and I'm on a 17-minute countdown, and my personal readings don't reopen till August 1st. But just stay tuned in. It's a lot of content I put out in the last week. Just tap in. Your question may be answered in something I've already said or done. But yeah, that your relationships are being highlighted, And there's a lot of investments waiting on you to unrestrict so that they can invest. Does that make sense? Because I'm about to go in a circle. All right, let's repull. Actually, let's switch decks. The timer is about to go off. Aquarius. It's going to be 90 degrees today. Feels like it's 90 degrees already. All right, Aquarius, Saturn retrograde in Aries. That's your energy, but it's in reverse. You have restoration in reverse. You have spirit act upright. Baby, Aquarius, whatever healing journey you want, baby, you done healed, okay? I'm not trying to yell at you, but you have healed. All right, I don't know what you're doing, okay? Because you're like, no, I need more time to pour into me. Spirit is like, if you don't stop using these healing excuses and really get to the heart of the matter, which is the people. Okay, you are the 11th house. Okay, the people need you. You are here to assist the people, and the people need you. And whatever your excuses are no longer excusing. Okay, Saturn said no. It's time to get to work. Okay, shit. Spirit said no. It's time to get to work. All right. And then look, union, okay? It's time for you to connect with the people. But you're like, no, I'm autonomous right now. I'm sovereign. And yes, you are. And you could be afraid of like losing yourself, losing your identity, you know, or someone just wanting to take from you all that you built within and for yourself. You definitely don't want your fucking peace disrupted, okay? I resonate with that 1000%. I'm an Aquarius North Node. However, the people need us, okay? You know, you're the star at night. You're the stars in the sky, okay? People love to make a wish to you, okay? You know, people love to talk to you. People love to see you fucking twinkle and shit in the sky, okay? So Saturn is getting you back to doing that, okay? You're not a fallen star. I don't know why I need to say that, but you're not. Truth, aura, you're fucking not, okay? You need to open your heart, okay? And you're about to be tested, okay? People about to be like, Aquarius, you want to go out, you want to hang out, you want to do this, you want to do that? You usually be like, no, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, I got to do that. Just say yes, okay? It's different from what just happened. I really don't have the time to do a free reading, okay? And to do that will be a disrespect to my boundary. That this is different, okay? I'm talking about, you know, not work, okay? I feel like you work hard and you don't play enough, okay? You need to play, and you could be very, like, I didn't go to middle school. I was homeschooled throughout middle school. So when it came to interacting with people, I went from the 5th grade to the 9th grade. I went from elementary school to high school, okay? I struggle like a motherfucker, okay? And it affects me till this day in my grown-ass age, okay? But get out there. It's not an excuse. I'm grown as fuck, okay? It's not an excuse for me. Get out there. You are protected, but you have a purpose to fulfill and a promise that needs to be kept to the divine, okay? Okay. The truth is still here, and you are very powerful too. Your aura is radiating light, so that light is healing. Use it. You have taking risk as well. The hawk is your spirit guide throughout this transit. What else for Aquarius throughout Saturn retrograde? You have to be so aggressive. You have embracing. Stillness is in reverse. It's time to get to work where you are. I don't know. It's like you got foot on people's necks or on your own. You have security. So something within the home, though, is changing. Going back to what we said at first, yeah, miracles just came out. I feel like you are a miracle. Your energy is a miracle, especially throughout this time. It's something about that balm and Gilead energy that Jesus carried, that Yeshua carried. That's healing. You are a healer. Again, you're a star. People make wishes to you. Wish upon a star. I mean, not like to you specifically, but the energy that you represent. So release the excuses of why you're so detached from the people. Stop blaming it on whatever the fucking medical terminology that you got going on. The people need to be enlightened by you. It's time for you to step into your 11th house. Taurus needs to master the 2nd house. You just need to get into your 11th house duties, beloved. Okay? Okay. Love you. Last but not least, Pisces. Okay, what do we got? We got 12 minutes. We don't need the timer. All right. Pisces, we have to do a hard stop at 11:30, okay? Saturn retrograded Aries for, okay, balance is being restored. Also, it's a lot of collaborations coming into play. I see mountains being moved, like literally. There's something about landscape changing. Like I don't know. Like the mountains being moved. So you see how this hand is coming out the top? Like, I don't know, I'm seeing this pinnacle as a mountain just being moved from one side to another. I don't know. You know, they're talking about the pole shifting and shit. I'm not talking about that, but yeah, anywho. Things that shit is being moved out of your way, balance is being restored. That's what that 6 of Pentacles represents. Also, financially, things are coming back into balance, especially if they've been out of whack. I don't know why that I have to do that too. You have the Queen of Cups, your energy. You could be walking away from 2 people specifically throughout this transit. One of them could be an earth sign, but your opposite is earth energy. It doesn't have to be. But even with how this came out, she's walking away. So you could be leaving 2 people behind. Yeah, the 9 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're tired of waiting on someone. Or no, hold on. I'm gonna pull up because the 9 of Wands is waiting. The Knight of Swords is moving forward. So somebody could be pulling up on you, an air sign. I almost said an earth sign. Air, earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Heavy on the earth sign, okay? The King of Pentacles came out. So there's a King of Pentacles coming towards you, especially if you're a feminine Pisces. The Devil is in reverse, Page of Cups. This is someone new, not someone from the past. You can have twins with this person because you have the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. Twin, it could, one boy, one girl. Like twins, one is the boy, one is a girl. 6 of Wands, victory. You're going to meet someone that's very abundant too already. You could be, I hear get on my level, what? But no, yeah, you could be trying to get on a certain level that someone else is already on. And look, the 2 of Cups. This is about family. But your family, your own. I don't think I'm speaking to anyone that has this right now. If you do have it, just tap into your opposite, Virgo, okay? But yeah, moving on. Pisces, the moon, your energy. Here, switch the game up. Something's being moved. I cannot iterate that enough. And 7 of Wands. Also, something about I don't know who the fuck I'm tapping into, but this is giving paparazzi, okay? I don't know, something making headlines, like not being able to leave your house. I don't know. Or people just discovering who you are. It's some shit like that. But somebody, or no, sorry. The channel, okay? But with the moon, the 7 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups, there could be drama with these 2 people you cutting off, okay? Because 2 people are getting cut off. All right. And, you know, they could this is like bringing issues to someone's home, bringing issues to someone's doorstep. This is giving me the Scorpio reading. When they show up, you need to dispel them. Because I was talking about something showing up at their door. That's the only thing I remember from that reading. But yeah, this has to do, yeah. It's kind of like, you know, you was just with me shooting in the gym, but now y'all are enemies. But once you get rid of whoever, peace. I feel like I said this to you recently, like you gotta cut somebody off, I don't know. And the Four of Wands though, but on another note, baby, you got an earth sign. That wants to love you, okay? And with this Four of Wands, for some of you, I don't know, something's moving slow, but it's so healthy. I really don't know. It's very, very healthy. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic, but it's definitely giving into it, like energetically more romantic. And a beautiful family is being birthed from this. All right, what else? For Pisces. Ace of Swords. What about it? Sideways. So what about it? The High Priestess. Okay. Damn. So you have the Ace of Swords sideways with the High Priestess, the Fool, and the Emperor in reverse. Who are you? Pisces. This would be you. So for okay. You could have a choice between two people. Whoever's, I don't know what this is. So it's giving like millionaire versus billionaire, just metaphorically speaking, right? And it's like thinking that the billionaire is middle class because of how they live, and thinking that the millionaire is everything, but you really want the billionaire. Because the millionaire is giving Emperor in reverse. The billionaire is giving the Fool, like, I know how to utilize the resources that I have and not let anybody know what I have at the same damn time. Okay, it's like for you to know, you would have to know. And if you don't know, it's none of your fucking business. That's what this is giving. So with the Ace of Swords, just make sure, yes, you be tapped in and things, Pisces, but make sure you have spirit clarified for you, because you can never go wrong with just getting extra confirmation from the divine, straight from source, okay? Okay. Because it's like who is showing that they have it is not who's for you. I don't know. It's just something about the Emperor reverse that's really just giving me catfish. It's giving catfish energy. Yeah. Pisces. Yeah. What else for Pisces? Saturn retrograde in Aries. Accountability. Offering in reverse. You're done with the whole I hear self-sacrificing bullshit narrative, but you're done with self-sacrificing. You are focused on having an easier life, and you are taking control of how you have contributed to your own uneasiness in life. There's a lot of radical accountability coming into play for you. I feel like you're also owning up to your own wrongdoings as well. It's like turning yourself into spirit, you know, like I know I fucked up, spirit, like what we got to do. But then you also have alchemy choices sideways, which tradition in reverse. You're changing your life based on the decisions that you make. And you're not the only sign I've given that message to, but truly every decision, it's like, I don't know, you're realizing how what you do now affects the long term versus the short term. You know, it's kind of like what you do in high school can reflect the first parts of your life, depending on what you want to do after high school, just as an example. But then you have sexuality. So you are in a high creative drive as well. You could be highly sexual at this time. That could contribute to that twin energy as well. That boy, that girl, them 2 pages. But you're very attractive. You also have Oshun Justice that came out. Also, I feel like if you are a person that wants to have children, you're very particular in the bloodlines that you carry forth, okay? Okay. Anything else for Pisces? For Pisces? Damn. I spit. That was nasty. My bad. Joy and light and solitude. So love is in the air. Happiness is in the air. Inner child freedom is in the air. But you have to choose it. I don't know why that's so loud. Happiness is a fucking choice, okay? Now I'm about to be given to you. It's a choice. It's an energy. It's a frequency. All right, final messages for Pisces, please. Thriving. Potential is in reverse. It's kind of like wherever you are currently in Earth, that's you're about to glow up. Like there's, you don't need to do nothing extra. Yeah, it's something about attention. You getting more attention. Yeah, openness. Spirit wants you to stop being so rigid with something as well. That's too many. One more. Thank you. You have release on the bottom, and then you have community. Who are you cutting off? Like, this is a hard fucking stop. Community, potential in reverse, and release. It's a fuck no, okay? But then once you turn your back, though, it's up and it's stuck. It's kind of giving that energy like all skin folk and kinfolk too. I don't know what that's about. But this is about love and who the fuck can experience whatever you, it's like whoever you are weighing like pros and cons of who's able to experience this next part of life that you're walking into. You are doing a lot of, you're watching a lot of people at this time. I'll say that. All right, I gotta go to the trap that's on my computer. I love y'all. I need to sleep in. So again, if I'm not here tomorrow for Mercury retrograde, all signs, happy Mercury retrograde started today. I will be here on Monday. Then Tuesday, we're doing the Leo new moon. Then Wednesday, I have an announcement. And then it's my birthday. And then we'll be back. Okay. But I love you. Bye.